Welcome back to Hi Guys, it's BDR here, and I'm here back with another AQW video, and today's video we're going to be talking about the end game classes. Now, end game is basically, your level 75 to 100, basically have the Forge enhancement, completed every storyline, farming 51% weapons and armors, and whatnot. Now you may be thinking to yourself, what are the Forge enhancements? Well, they're basically, in short, top tier enhancements. Now how do you get them? Well, you're gonna have to join a place called Forge. Click on the anvil, Cicero's Forge, Forge Quest, Weapon Quest. Now most of these are kind of like locked behind like level 75 to 100, so that's why the Forge enhancements are mainly for end game players. And also you have to be rank 10 in the blacksmith rep, as you can see right here. The reps for that's basically how I got to rank 10 with like a rep boost, as did the gold grind one. See, these enhancements are very, very good. Increases the damage, reduces damage, boosts all stats, whatnot, all the good stuff. One major disclaimer: I don't have Archmage, which is the best farming class in the game. I will say that about Archmage. I've seen the clips of it. It is the best farming class in the entire game. But I'm not going to let that one class stop me from making this video. So yeah, as in the other 3 parts, I'll be going over the classes for soloing, farming, and support. So yeah. Let's start by going to the hall. And going over our first class, which is the Arcana Invoker class. Now, how to get this class? You must go to the Arcana map and complete the quest over there. For enhancements, since we're using mainly Forge enhancements, it's kind of like the setup I use. I understand about Vainglory. Now, the thing about Vainglory, it increases your damage, increases your hit chance, but it also reduces your healing intake. I understand Valiance is there because Valiance, it activates on auto attack. Increases all base stats, and Punuma is just there for caster classes. So let's get started. Let's whip out the analyzer. As we know, I'll show it one more time. The enhancements. Now for your combo, you want to do 2, 3, 4, and 5. And don't press 2 until you get to Judgment. Now the thing about Arcana Invoker, it's based off of the Arcana Tarot reading cards. So that means there's basically 22 levels. As you can see, I'm like reaching like level 8, and level 21 is Judgment. Now the main issue about this class is mana sustain. I mean, there is Elysium, but I am working towards Elysium. But I also heard that Valiance was also good as well, and I am using it, and I'm not gonna lie, it is cooking. Overall, this class does take a while to like stack up until you get to the world. As you can see, we're almost there to the world, the sun, and now Judgment. And then you click 2 again, which activates the world, which basically means you're gonna do a whole ton of damage for the next 2 minutes, and you're basically, all your stats are buffed up for the next couple of minutes. So here, heal over time is going crazy. Animations are also going wild. And bam, I just did 87k right there. Valence, as you can see, completed in a minute 19. Now, obviously, if you don't have Elysium or, let's say you don't have Valiant, you can always use Mana Vamp if you want to be more consistent, but you're probably going to lose like damage as well. But overall, Arcana Invoker is a pretty good soloing class. You know, is it used in ultras? It is used as like a substitute or mainly for most ultras, but it's really good in ultras such as Nulgath as well for DPS against the sword. And it could also be used as a good farmer as well. Alright, on to the next soloing class, which is Arch Paladin. Yeah, I think we're... Yep, Paladin. This class is still cooking even in today's meta. I think it's like a 8-year-old class and whatnot. Here are the enhancements. Now, how to get Arch Paladin? You can, well, first you have to complete the Throne of Darkness storyline, and then complete the Sacred Paladin quest in order to do it. By the way, if you are going to do the Sacred Paladin quest, make sure that you are rank 10 in the good faction, or you could just buy it for 2k ACs. Now, for the combo with Arch Paladin, you're going to want to do 2, 4, and then 5, and 4 if you need to heal. Arch Paladin is one of the tankiest classes in the game due to the fact that its heal, its damage reduction, and overall damage makes it a good class to have around. As its issue, I don't really think Arch Paladin has that much issues. The fact that it did get nerfed a while back. I think back then it used to do like 80 or 90% damage reduction. Overall, paired up with Valiance, which boosts up its base stats on auto attack, when it activates, really makes it for a good class to have. Also a very nice DPSer. You see I'm barely taking 80 damage. Damn, I just did 100k with that, with Valiance Dare. Heal. Its main role is to just be a tanky DPSer. Also providing damage reduction. Heals to the party, a nuke as well. It is used in almost every ultra, I think, except for like Ultra Darkon. Yeah, shit. See more. Let's just kill the dummy. A bit longer than Arcana Invoker, but you know, its main role is just to be, you know, the main tank while also providing damage and heals as well. It could also be used as a farming class, but its main role is to just be a soloer. So overall, Arch Paladin, like a very good class, still to this day, very great class actually. Now we're on to our next class, which is Chaos Avenger. Here are the enhancements for Chaos Avenger. You can also use Ravenless as well, which is kind of like the main enhancement, but I don't have it. But Valence is also good as well. And let's just say if you don't have both, then you could use All Blast. But you mainly want to use either Ravenless or Valiant. Now, how to get this class? You must complete the Champion of Chaos storyline and merge the items, merge the 2 fragments at the Champion Drakith map. Now, for your combo, you want to do 3, 4, and then 5, and 2 when you need to heal, and then just spam your skills. This class is a rapid, you know, damage dealer as well. As you can see, the main thing about Chaos Avenger is every single one of his skills cost 50 mana, so you do want to time it well. But and also its auto attack, you know, regens 50 mana as well, as you can see. on auto attack. This class's main role is to just deal out as much damage as possible, while also debuffing the opponent, providing a heal over time. Stable nuke. This may be a bit nitpicky, but like I guess that's my main problem, is the 50 mana thing. This class has been out for almost 3 years and it still performs greatly still to this day. It is used in a majority of ultras. A minute. Completed in a minute. Yeah, so like I said, this class is used in a majority of ultra bosses, mainly used as the damage dealing class. Paired up with support, this class could produce nasty numbers as well. Oh, and the thing about Chaos Avenger, it does have, you know, more survivability than most soloing classes in the game. Overall, Chaos Avenger is one of the best DPS classes and one of the best soloing classes in the game. Must get. Even though it will take you about a month due to the champion directive quest being weekly. And you need 20 of them, so it's gonna like it's like 5 times a week, so 5 times 4, 20. Alright, next up we have Lightcaster. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna... Lightcaster. Now, Lightcaster is a offensive caster with some good magical powers. Here are the enhancements. You're probably wondering, why am I using Base Wizard? I would say Vanglory, but Vanglory will reduce the healing intake. Reduces healing intake, so it's not wise to put up Vanglory with like a classic Lightcaster. How to get Lightcaster? Well, I think first you need to buy the First off, you need to buy the Lightcaster armor. Then you have to go get Light Mage and do a whole bunch of quests. I don't know, I did it the OG way back when Evolved Lightcaster was like 1,000 ACs, and then you could just straight up buy the class for free. I didn't have to do any of that grinding stuff. Woohoo! So yeah, for your combo, you want to do 4, 5, 2, and spam 2 and 3, and use your skills as they cool down. Now, Lightcaster, it's a good soloing class. Major burst damage, heal 1. You know, great support in its 4 skill boosting damage, good damage over time as well. You know, overall a pretty good soloing class to have in your account. I guess the issue with Lightcaster is that it's not as good as it once was. Probably mainly because it's like there's better, you know, soloing classes than it now. Back when it first came out, it was like right up there with like Void Howler to being like the best soloing class in the game, due to the fact that it's support increases damage and it provides a heal to the party as well. Like overall, Lightcaster is a very fun class to have out. Now, it's mainly used in the Ultra Darkon fight, and mind you, Ultra Darkon is the 2nd hardest Ultra in the game as well. Yeah, it's taking a lot longer. Oh, 48k. Overall, amazing animations. I don't think it's that hard to get. It's just that you just need to get the lesser version, which is Light Mage, and then do some quests and merge gems to get it, really. Oops. So yeah, basically like a minute 46. As you can see, with Chaos Avenger and Arcana Invoker, they did it for like a lot less. So that's kind of like the main thing. It's just there are classes that could solo faster and better than it. But overall, Lightcaster is extremely good. It's extremely good to have, yeah, especially in a party where, like, let's see what the 4 skill does. Yeah, the 4 skill increases damage, crit chance, hit chance, all that by 15% for 12 seconds. Alright, now I'm going to put on Illuminated. Intellect went up by a lot. Now, let's go to the next class, which is Virus Doom Knight. This is the recent anniversary class that came out back. Yeah, that came out back in last October. So yeah, let's get started with Virus Doom Knight. Here are the enhancements. I mean, if you don't want to run Valiant, you can also run Smite. Now Smite, it activates when you press your 5th skill on the class, and it just provides 500% hybrid damage. Now the main enhancement you want to use this with Dauntless, which gives you 560 damage when your health is low. You can also use just Valiant, and where is it? Yeah, and Smite. Smite if you want more damage, and Valiant if you want all your other hits do massive damage as well. Now, how to get it? You must complete a series of long-ass quests. I forgot the location. I'll probably put it down on the screen. Now, for your combo, you want to do 2, 3, 4, and 5, and spam your skills as they cool down. This class has amazing animations, by the way. The main role of Virus Doom Knight is to be a soloer, which can decay the opponent. Now, decay cannot heal. Basically means it's just that as long as it's active, the opponent cannot heal. Meaning, if they try to use a healing ability, their healing intake would be 0%. That's what kind of like decay, not heal, means. They can't regen at all while it's active. Its main role is also to be a debuffer, providing damage reduction to the opponent, reduction, and also just lowering the opponent's stats, providing it, for damage like this to ramp up and go around. Overall, it may not be as rapid as other classes, but it can sure get the job done. As you can see, I'm barely taking any damage because that's like the 50 or 80% damage reduction. I think like a negative with this class is just that maybe it could rack up like a bit more damage. Because the class did get buffed like a week after it came out, my bad. A week after it came out. Makes the class where it is. It's mainly It's used in Ultra bosses, mainly in Ultra Dage, replacing the Legion Doom Knight class for the decay. By the way, I want to make sure of one thing. DOT, damage over time, and decay are two different things. One is damage over time, while decay it's damage over time plus the opponent cannot heal or regen. Just putting that out there for the people that might get DOT and decay confused or mixed up. Overall, Virus Doom Knight is a very good class. It could be used in a party just to like mainly debuff the opponent. As you can see here, reducing physical and magical resistance as a heal over time. Reduce. That's all this class does, just debuff the opponent. One of the best debuffers in the game, and it's also a pretty nice soloer as well. Now next on the list is Void High Lord. Oh man, have the mighty have fallen, but not by much. Here are the enhancements for Void High Lord. If you have Dauntless, use it, or Ravenless, use it. Use it over Smite. Smite is kind of like the best enhancement I could do for this class at the moment. Now, how to get this class? Well, first you need to farm Fragment, Void Crystal A, B, and have like 14 Rodengeniums of Nalgath. And mind you, y'all boys have it easy now due to the fact that, there's this week, the weekly Nalgath insignias make it a lot easier to farm Rodengeniums. And And insignias were not implemented until like 2021, 2022. Like Boomer ran over here, like back in 2019, there was no easy route. I had to grind Void High Lord's challenge 14. It was like a long ass quest to do 14 times. Like it's as long as my fucking cock. And I had to do that 14 times. It's like imagine that. Like 14 cocks, long ones at that one. Okay, I'm getting off topic here. I've already showed the enhancements, you know, one more time. You already know, for my visual learners. Now, for your combo, you want to do 3, 5, 2, and 4. And then just spam your skills as they cool down. This class is mainly there for DPS. It could easily rack up damage. Easily paired up with Smite. The 5th skill really hits like a nuke, providing like 40k, 50k as you saw there. Shreds HP easily, can stun, heal over time, reduce damage. Like paired up in a party, this thing is real. With classes such as like Lord of Order and Legion Revenant, it just shreds HP. But what like the negatives is that long ago it did get nerfed. Its 2nd and 4th skill got changed from being infinite range, long range, to being short ranged. And the fact that its 2 and 4 skill costs 20% of your max HP. So you really have to like watch how you're using your 2 and 4. Overall, is it used in any ultras? I mean, it's not. In a majority of ultras, it's not. It's there as like a substitute if you don't have Chaos Avenger. I mean, if you have the enhancement Dauntless, you know, it makes, you know, it's way more useful than some DPS classes. That's only if you have the Dauntless enhancement. Overall, when it comes to soloing, Void High Lord is one of the best in the game. And, you know, being able to just easily shred HP paired up with Forge enhancements and damage boosting weapons is just shred, shred, shred. HP. Overall, I do enjoy using this class for soloing due to the fact, like I said, shred, shred, shred HP. But its survivability is, you know, it's not all that due to the fact that, like I said, 2 and 4, just to show you, 20% of your maximum health. And the Forge enhancements, while they do boost up your, I guess that's one major note about the Forge. While they do boost up your damage and whatnot, it does reduce your base HP. Because let me just show you guys, like, with like full luck, looks like. As you can see, my base health is going up. See, this is what kind of look like with like full luck. It goes all the way to like 40. You can also pair it up with fighter enhancements, but Dauntless is a fighter enhancement, so yeah. Alright, our last soloing class on this list is Yami No Ronin, the samurai class. Can't wait to get into this one. Now, I just grinded this class like a day ago. And all I gotta say is this class is very nice. Here are your enhancements. You can substitute Anima for Vim if you want more dodge, but you're gonna lose out on DPS. How to get this class? You must go to the Dark Alley map and complete the Yami No Ronin quest, which requires you to merge the Blade Master scroll and the Yokai scroll. And for the Yokai scroll, let me just throw it up. You must be rank 10 in the Yokai faction in order to get some of the requirements to merge said scroll. Now, this class has 2 modes. It has defensive mode, which is basically, it has defensive and offensive. Defensive, you know, more dodge, less damage. While offensive is more damage, less dodge. So let's go over the defensive. Now, for your defensive rotation, you want to use 3 times, and then 5. 5, and when you're done, you just do 2, 2 again, and then 5. Now this class is a dodge class, as you can see right here, and barely taking any damage. A major note with Yami No Ronin, as you can see here, the 3 things, the Ichi, Ni, and San. Yeah, those all 3 have to be activated once, so the 5th skill can go crazy. Let's show it again. See right there, 60k damage with all 3 of them active. Overall, this class's main role is to just dodge and slash like an actual samurai. I think I've already shown enough what this class can do as defensive. Now let's look at this class in the offensive manner. Wait for everything to just cool down. I say, guys, what's your favorite class of AQ? Guys, maybe I might review it if I can have access to the class. Drop it down in the comment below. What's your favorite class in AQ Worlds and why? Now for offensive, you want to do 3, 4, 2, 4, 2, 2, and then 5. Now the offensive one, as you can see, it does way more damage, but you are losing out. You are losing out on dodge. Here, but it's kind of like you're exchanging dodge for burst damage. Is that at 80k? Wow, 80k. See here, the burst damage is crazy when you're trying to go offensive mode. Just whipping out damage. Overall, with defensive mode, that's if you're fighting bosses that hit 1,000 damage on average and you don't have a party, or an offensive if you just want burst damage while dodging at the same time. Overall, aside from the pay to win Chronos, this is kind of probably the best dodging soloer in the game. Now that we're done with the soloing portion, let's move on to the farming portion of the video. Yeah, let's do that first. Let's start off with Dragon of Time. Wow, imagine a dragon with time powers. That's legitimate scary in my opinion. Dragons are already destructive as is. I'm just put on the stuff. That's fine. Now, how to get this class? You must complete Kronar's quest at the time in map. I think you have to be at least level 61 to access the time in map. Now for your combo, you want to do 2, 3, 4, 5. My bad. 3, 2, and then repeat. This class is one of the best farmers in the game due to the fact it can hit up to 4 targets, easily clear out rooms, and it's mainly there to provide its damage over time. It can be used as a soloer, but, you know, it's not going to be as rapid as other soloers such as like Void, High Lord, Chaos Avenger, and whatnot. That's why its main role is farming. Look how many kills I'm getting. Combo. So yeah, just to say it again, the combo is 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, and then, you know, repeat. Now, is it using ultras? I also got to say that about Yami No Ronin. Yami No Ronin is not using any ultra. And Dragon of Time, it is using some ultras, mainly in the ultra Nalgaf for DPS, and the fact it could target both Nalgaf and the sword both at once. Overall, Dragon of Time is there if you don't have Archmage or Legion Revenant. Now let's move on to the second best farmer in the game, Legion Revenant. Here are the enhancements. How to get this class? Well, you must go to /join Revenant and complete the Revenant's Field Legion Fell T4 quest in order to get it. I will say an extra tip though, if you are planning on farming Revenant, which is the only way to get it, or if you don't feel like using your item of donated awesomeness on it, you're going to need at least 10k Legion tokens, 10 to 15k at least, because that quest is going to require, and you do have to be a member of the Legion, which I did show how to be a Legion member in the late game classes video, link in the description below. Now, for the rotation, you want to do 4, 2, 3, and then 5. Now this class is overall the best all-rounder class in the entire game. It could basically damn near do it all. It could support, it could solo well, it's the second best farming class, but aside from Archmage, it's just like it could do it all, folks. Legion Revenant is like one of the like must-have classes, or like the must-have classes in the game. So it could just easily. Its main thing is its support. Anything to support? Let me just here, which basically can increase the crit chance, hit chance, and provide a nice heal over time. Paired up with the Forge enhancements, this class can really go crazy with its nukes. Paired up with Valence's ability to boost up base stats when it's activated on auto attack, really makes it one of the best classes in the game. I mean, me personally, it is the best class in the game. Now, in terms of ultras, it is used in basically every ultra, and there's like what 10 ultra bosses in the game, so it's kind of used in like 10 out of 10 of ultra fights, maybe like 9.5 really, because of like Ultra Dage. You can use it in Ultra Dage, but you need the Dauntless enhancement in order to use Revenant and Ultra Dage. Otherwise, it is like the main supporter, or it's like the second main supporter behind Lord of Order in ultra boss fights. It's great at parties, you know, to basically ramp up, like I said right here, the 4th skill, increasing haste, crit chance, and applying a strong heal over time, crit damage by 30%. It's just, that support is just way too good. The support is way too good not to have. Dragon of Time, folks. And I think that's pretty much it. Because if I were to talk about support, the only things I'll mention is kind of like Lightcaster and Legion Revenant. They both kind of like fill out the support line to affect how crazy their support is. I will say an extra note, you know, Lord of Order is also, I know some people will look at Lord of Order as an end game class. I mean, it's kind of like a game, it's kind of like a class you can get like late game, because the Battle Off Saga is a late game, you know, story. So definitely You know, Lord of Order, still the best support in the game, but Legion Revenant is just right up there. Overall, like, the best all-rounder class in the game, a must-have class to get. It would seriously improve your account by like so much. Like, the amount I'm in like public lobbies and they always ask, "Where's LR? Where's LR? Where's LR? We need LR." It's like, we need LR to buff. It's just, its buffs are just crazy. Being able to like help out the DPS classes such as Chaos Avenger, like, and Arcana Invoker to do like hundreds of thousands worth of damage and easily clear out mobs and bosses easily. Just that's basically its support. Just could just easily clear out bosses, like shred through health. Like the difference between having a Legion Revenant in your party versus not, like, the damage difference is almost like night and day. And Lightcaster could do similar things to that, but not as much. But overall, Lightcaster is still a nice hand to have around. And yeah, guys, that's kind of been the End Game Classes video. You know, I hope you guys, you know, enjoyed this 4-part series of me going over these classes for early game players, classes for mid game, end game, yada yada yada. Hope you enjoy this AQ content. You know, make sure to like, share, subscribe, click the bell, and yeah. Hi guys, out.